Ready? 5 seconds. Respected sir, I rise to support the bill moved by the Honorable Law Minister. This piece of legislation indeed fulfilled the long pending dream of those Indian citizens who are residing abroad. We are surely proud of the Indian system of democracy which is delivering true spirit of democracy to the Indian masses. The NRIs who have been providing a lot of strength to the Indian economy has not got an opportunity to participate in the electoral process. Actually, this is creating a feeling of discrimination and disappointment among them. As far as my state Kerala is concerned, the state has been totally supported by the NRIs, especially in the socio-economic areas. They are bringing a huge amount of money to our state and the central government, but they are neglected by both the governments in several ways. Our airlines are using the international flight sector, especially to Middle East, only with a business eye. During season time, they are collecting unreasonable fare from these people. The treatment given by our national carrier to these people is pathetic. The delay and cancellation of the flight is the general phenomenon as far as Air India is concerned. Perhaps some of them have lost their job due to cancellation of the flight. I would like to urge upon the government to take necessary steps for addressing this problem of air journey. The international economic crisis is also creating major problems for these people who are working in the real estate as well as in the construction area. A lot of people have lost their job and some of them have been facing severe problems due to salary cut. The central and state governments should come together and make a comprehensive rehabilitation package for these people who are badly affected due to recession. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the UPA government for bringing such a legislation which brings real happiness to entire Indian passport holders. I am taking this opportunity to sincerely congratulate Prime Minister, UPA Chairperson and Honorable Union Minister of Overseas Indian Development for fulfilling their promise to the people. Madam, this is a historic moment in this era of Indian democracy and therefore I am also expressing my happiness for participating in this legislation. I welcome the introduction of the bill as it has fulfilled the aspirations and long pending demand of NRIs. Sir, around 22 million NRIs are living globally for whom the passage of the bill would be a happy news. The bill provides voting rights and enable the NRIs to have a particular participatory approach in the democratic process and state to have a say on who would be govern the country. I welcome the bill on this concept. However, I have a strong reservation on granting voting right to all NRIs across the board. There are two categories of NRIs. Under the first category comes those NRIs who frequently visit India, say once a year, or once in 2 years. In the second category, there are those NRIs who visited India once in 5 or 7 years. The Honorable Minister must have to think over it. An NRI who make a visit to India once a blue moon may not face the issues and problems that an ordinary Indian undergoes. The suffering of Indian residents may not be known to him. He may not know the political situation prevailing in our country. Should we allow such NRIs who are namesake Indians to have voting for right to elect a government? I think it is conceptually wrong and makes a mockery of democracy. Those NRIs who are frequenting to homeland knows the perception of the country and have a feel of Indianness. I am therefore of the view that voting right may be granted only to such NRIs who are frequently visiting India. All other non-serious NRIs need not be given voting right as they are not really interested in the welfare of the country. They are money spinners only. A mechanism may be evolved based on the entries in the passport of the NRIs to put my suggestion into action. While NRIs are permitted to vote, I want to know whether they are entitled to contest in the election. The Honorable Minister must clarify it. Another issue in which I want to share my views is the method of casting vote. I presume Indian missions abroad will be designated as polling stations for NRIs to exercise their franchise, but I would like to record my strong objection for use of electronic voting machine for casting votes of NRIs. All experts express doubt over electronic voting machines being tamper-proof and also bring their own version of electronic voting machine, all three capital, to show that it can be tampered with. Hence, I suggest that a suitable technology which is free from error and manipulation should be evolved before allowing NRIs to actually cast their votes full stop. To avoid any controversy and to make election free from rigging, it is better, as has been suggested by my revered leader, that the election in future may be conducted through ballot paper system.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.